welcome all our viewers on Araz News English, where we share with you latest news of South Azerbaijan community. Savalan mountain, located in Erdebil region, South Azerbaijan, was occupied by the Iranian security forces. According to the report, the reason is that many South Azerbaijani national civil activists and climbers made a camp there. As a result, the majority of activists were imprisoned. On Thursday, August 9, 2018, a group of South Azerbaijani national activists and mountain climbers camped on the mountain to reach the peak of Mount Savalan in Erdebil region. According to the witnesses of the scene at 3:30 p.m., due to the music of Ashik, South Azerbaijani folk music, and Turkish poetry, the Iranian security forces raided the camp, and 40 national activists and climbers were arrested and taken to the Lari detention center linked to the Meshkin-Shehir district. According to the reports, many national activists were subjected to violence by Iranian security forces during the raid. Some of the known arrested activists are Aydin Zakeri, Tohit Amir Amini, Salih Peyjanoğlu, Mojtaba Pervin, Aysuda Muhammadpur, Hussein Savan, Javad Shokri, and Muhammad Gohumzadeh. According to the latest news from Savalan, all detainees were released yesterday. From Thursday, South Azerbaijan's tractor football team supporters from different cities went to Tehran, the capital of Iran, to support their team. But unfortunately, tractor supporters have been exposed to violence of Iranian security forces. Many people were seriously injured. On Friday, August 10, 2018, a football match between Tehran's Istiklal team and South Azerbaijani tractor team took place in Tehran's Azadi Stadium. A lot of people from different cities who wanted to support tractor team went to Tehran a day before the play. At Azadi Stadium, tractor supporters were brutally attacked by the Iranian police before the game started. In this brutal attack, many innocent people have broken arms, legs and teeth, and they have also been exposed to the racist, insulting words of these fascist police forces. Despite all this oppression, the Turks who were at the stadium voiced the slogans "Long live Azerbaijan," while supporters of Istiklal shouted out "Death to Turks." After investigation, Muhammed Hadi Abazzadeh, the national civil activist and senior student of South Azerbaijan, arrested by the police forces in the city of Hoy, was temporarily released against the 300 million Tumen bill at the second division of the Revolutionary Court. Trial of the Muhammad Hadi Abazzadeh, South Azerbaijan's national civil activist, was held on 4th of August 2018 in the city of Hoy. This national activist, a university student, was tried by Ibrahim, the interrogator, with a list of hollow accusations. Among them are advertising against the Iranian government, consisted of deterring South Azerbaijani youth from their roots and working together with Pantur groups. It should be emphasized that the security police of the city of Hoy invited this national activist to the police department last week. The purpose of this summoning was to make Abazzadeh collaborate with the forces. However, this interrogation did not last more than half of an hour because the proposal was rejected by this national activist. After the interrogation of the court, Abazzadeh was temporarily released for 300 million Tumen bill. In South Azerbaijan, a appeal campaign against social, political, economic and environmental problems was devised. In Iran, non-Persian territories such as South Azerbaijan have turned into colonies due to wrong politics of the centrist Persian politicians. Because of the application of the discriminatory policies in non-Persian regions, problems such as pauperism, anomalies, unemployment, drug use and prostitution are damaging the society. Previously, South Azerbaijan region had the cleanest environment compared to other parts of Iran. Now, the drying of Urmia Lake and many small lakes have turned the West Azerbaijan region into a drought, and million lives are at stake. In addition to this, the use of natural resources such as copper, gold and precious stones of South Azerbaijan is granted to Persian cities. The capital of South Azerbaijan is looted by Persians. In addition to economic difficulties in terms of socio-culture, the South Azerbaijan region is constantly under the pressure in terms of identity by centrally based Persian racists. In this case, national civil activists have to raise their objections and continue their campaign of appeal in all phases of our lives. So from now on, our home, the factories we work at, stores, institutions and streets will be the center of this campaign. Beetroot farmers in Suldus city of South Azerbaijan have not been able to get the money for the beet they sold 1 year ago. So they occupied the Suldus beetroot factory and then threw out the factory manager and the responsibles. According to local reports, although the beet farmers of South Azerbaijan's Suldus city have sold their own products, they have not get their money yet. The beetroot has already been exploited by sugar factories, turned to sugar and sold. But factory owners have not given these workers a year-worth paycheck. Suldus beetroot farmers united and occupied the factory. They then threw the factory manager out and declared that they would not leave the factory without taking what is there by right. The Agriculture Executive Board of the West Azerbaijan said about this issue. Beet production is a very costly procedure. Workers may be indebted for beet production. In the upcoming months, the new season of planting beets will start, and if these farmers don't get their last year money, they will not be able to start beet production this year. A wave of protests has erupted recently in Iran due to economic collapse and serious problems of people's livelihood. This protest took place mainly in the center of Iran, in the cities with dominating Persian population. The slogans aimed at the economic area overflew to the political area very quickly and now are aiming at the regime itself. The protesters directly targeted the Iranian religious leader Ali Khamenei with the slogans against him, demanding the change of the regime. As always, the security forces of the Iranian state suppressed the protests by the means of violence and tried to prevent the opposition from spreading. Many people were arrested, many were wounded, and one person was killed in this incident. Despite the calls of the Persian political groups and organizations, non-Persian nations did not show any support for this protest, and there was no actions in the region of ethnic minorities. Meanwhile, Persian political groups have launched campaign and made numerous calls for the support of South Azerbaijani Turks, especially the city of Tabriz, but they have received no positive response. There are certain reasons why Persian groups are sensitive and insistent on South Azerbaijan and Tabriz. The Turks constitute 40% of the Iranian population, and it has been repeatedly proven that no social movement without Turks will succeed. The spiritual capital of the Turkish population is Tabriz, and the Turks living in the country would never take actions without it. According to experts, the fact that the non-Persian nations, especially Turks and their political organizations, did not respond to the call of the Persian political groups is due to their distrust to the Persian political forces. On the one hand, there are racist slogans that disturb the Turks and Arabs in Persian mass street protests, public spaces and stadiums. The slogans "Rest in peace Reza Shah," which they expressed widely, seriously disturbed non-Persian societies, as they see Reza Shah as the main cause of their distress. On the other hand, the political forces representing Persian opposition, the Organization of the People's Fighter and the son of ex-King Reza Pahlavi have never instilled trust to the Turks and Arabs. Until this day, they expose dark anti-Turkish and anti-Arab expressions. As long as Persian political forces and their organization keep the racist creed and do not make any serious discourse on the rightful demands of the Turkish population in the country, the expectation of support from non-Persian societies will remain empty and unfulfilled. It was all news for this week. See you next Saturday on Araz News English.